it should be okay. It should be streaming on X. Can you tell me that if it does?
1 second. Yes, it's on.
It's on. Okay, cool. Yeah, we have 22 people. Yeah, watching. 44 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna increase quite rapidly. Can
Yeah,
you
it's
can you tell me
you showing with your page.
exactly? Yeah. Can you tell me if people can hear you? Like if because they should be able to hear you as well.
1 second. Yes, they can hear me.
Okay, cool, perfect, awesome. All right, that's
Yeah, my
perfect.
voice is too loud. Like I think you should go down a little bit with or
Okay,
audio.
okay, give me 1 second. Okay, cool. I've increased it now. Hopefully hopefully everything is better now.
Sounds fine. No stress.
Yeah, and I'll be streaming my screen as well in Discord. So it's already being streamed on X and YouTube, but I'll also be streaming it on Discord, which is going to be happening now. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep. Yeah, it's up.
Perfect. Magic, can you tell me if everything still works on X? Because now I'm streaming my screen in 2 places.
Yeah, X and YouTube is working.
Okay, perfect. All right, awesome. Okay, guys, we're still gonna be waiting a few more minutes. You know, for people to join.
But my voice is too loud. Can you
Yeah,
can you turn down my voice?
yeah. Okay. Give me 1 second. I think what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna. I mean, I think you can kind of. Yeah, I can decrease your user volume. I think it's because of your mic. Your mic is quite loud. But yeah, it should be better now.
I know, sorry.
Mm. All right, guys, welcome to LP Alpha. We're gonna give people a few more minutes to join before we officially start with today's session and agenda. Gmet, let's print. Let's print, everyone. We're gonna make some money hopefully today. Hopefully, although the markets have been quite, uncertain and boring lately. We print and we chill. Exactly.
Everyone, if your mic is on and you're not talking, please mute your mic. You can talk or ask questions.
Exactly.
Everyone is free to talk. Just give us a heads up or Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute Einfi. Yeah, I just muted them. All right, guys, we're gonna give people a few more minutes to join. Then we'll start. Okay, we have quite good amount of people that have joined. I think we can slowly start and begin now. Um, sure. Okay, guys, welcome to the 13th session of LP Alpha. Happy to see all of you guys join today. And also to all the ones that are watching, on X or YouTube, because today we're also streaming these sessions on the official Mitoria X account and YouTube channel. So, um, the agenda for today is going to be that we're going to take a look at the market on a from a macro perspective, from like a broad perspective, to kind of get a feeling or understanding where we may be heading, short term wise, because ultimately the the broader market has a huge impact, on our bread and butter as liquidity providers, right? We want the market to be strong and bullish, for meme coins to thrive. Not just meme coins, but coins with a lot of volume. We like for volume to thrive. We want markets to be bullish and strong. Um, so that's what we're going to start with. After, we're going to look at the LP market, see if there's some good opportunities to LP. I know Magica found a solid coin yesterday, like almost could have made a like 300x, but unfortunately he sold way too quick, like I do, like all of us do, to be honest. We could take a look at that coin. We could also take a look at Lucre Studio. Try to watch, how the LP markets are doing on Solana. Um, but yeah, let's get started with like, the market, the broad market. So, um, can you guys tell me if you can see my screen and everything's perfect? Just write in the chat section. Or
Yes, I can see you scream here on Discord.
perfect. Okay, cool. Perfect. All right, cool. So, um, this page here is from CNBC. They basically cover a lot of the major crypto news out there. Um, and as we can see, past week we've actually had some pretty strong news, which, in my opinion, um, probably led the minor pump we had yesterday, where Solana went to like 150. Pretty solid pump. Where I utilized that pump personally. We had SEC say that most Bitcoins are not securities. That's bullish, like long term wise, in my opinion, but it still doesn't really solve the very uncertain, the very uncertain conditions that we have in the markets right now. Who's making the money? Oh, did you guys hear that or?
Yeah, I hear that, so, but I can't. I don't know who that is, but
Yeah,
I'm looking.
I don't know either. Anyways, yeah, and we also have like, so the Bank of America is here. It's also talking about launching stable coins, if regulations allow. But we do expect regulations to allow for stable coins and more crypto adoption to happen due to Trump's inauguration and all that. He's very crypto. He's very pro crypto. So it looks like
LeBron James.
bro. But yeah, like so it looks like we have some good catalysts that could open up for a bull run within the next 6 months, maybe even more, like 6 to 9 months. Because as I've said many times for the past LPI sessions, we do expect some highs to happen to occur um, this winter, right? And that's based on a historical perspective. Past bull runs, we've always had like extreme highs um, in this winter session that we're approaching. Um, and we also have, Trump potentially, starting different things that could allow for a broader crypto pump. Even the White House, I literally heard that they're gonna make like a crypto summit. We can actually take a look at their Twitter profile. They made like a post yesterday or something about a crypto summit, which is very interesting in my opinion. Yeah, so Bitcoin Magazine covered it. I think other news magazines also covered it. So it's basically that the White House is going to host the first ever crypto summit. I mean, this is extremely bullish and really like cements the idea narrative around like U.S. being the capital of crypto in the future, which is also what we want in order to in order for a narrative or thesis about this bull run going to continue to be alive, right? We want these things to be there. We want the White House to continue spread crypto. Also, Solana was just listed on the biggest futures and derivatives exchange in the world, CME. It's going to be listed on 17th of March. This is also like a very strong long-term bullish indicator on Solana. Okay, we're obviously very bullish on Solana, so this is good news for us long-term wise. But this still doesn't explain, the uncertain markets that we are in right now, because as we can see, like Bitcoin has actually been roaming around, like right now on the daily, right? And Bitcoin has been roaming around this support level here at 85K around for like 4 days now, and we can see that the open and closes are literally around 85K. There's been some big candles out there, but I mean, yesterday we had this big candle, right? But it literally closed at around 85K, which is quite bullish, right? But I mean, maybe like you guys have different ideas around what this looks like, because in my opinion, I think I know Magic also like believes this is bullish and could lead to bullish price action over the next few days, weeks. But what do you guys think about Bitcoin holding so strong around like this level here? Maybe you all could like either write it in the chat section, or unmute yourselves here in the LP chat channel, and talk, explain your thesis, explain what you think, explain why I may be wrong or may be right. Yeah.
So I think no one is gonna talk about this.
Maybe you can like explain your bullish thesis, Magica, and then hopefully
Yeah, and
others are going to.
and my thesis, like if you see Bitcoin price action over the past weeks and months, every time we have this kind of tail in a week, is basically a strong support level. So I think for us to break down even more, you will take a lot of FUD or really some big macro things happening. So you can go down a little more around 70, I think, but this is a strong support level for Bitcoin. Like usually they test the last top, and 74 or 75 is the previous all-time high from that range. So that's possible. It's not something that should happen, but it's possible.
Yeah.
That's my take.
Yeah. I agree. I think this support level is very strong. Probably going to be held. I agree. Like it would require for some, very, very bad, macro news, for Bitcoin to like go all the way down to this level here and test this support level, which I'm going to draw here. And this wouldn't be good for us at all, I believe, right? If Bitcoin would approach 71K, I mean, that would mean horror for most of our coins, right? So hopefully it won't happen. I cannot see it happening, like, to be honest, man. Like, you need to be extremely bearish for you to believe that it would dump. I mean, this is like,
For me, this is the support, but like as a trader, every time we think that this is a support, a coin that can go lower, So
yeah,
for me, this is a support, but in the worst case, that's the lower.
yeah, exactly. I mean, that's kind of the same strategy that I'm using. Okay, so I'm kind of relying on this level to be a support. Now, if I see some type of candle that invalidates my thesis, right? I'm definitely going to liquidate my bags and literally just and just wait for price to go down to 72K. I mean, I'm already very, very stable right now. Like, I'm literally I only hold the souls that I'm gonna LP with today. Other than that, I'm literally just USDC, full USDC. Which really just shows the kind of uncertainty that there's going on with me even. Like, I'm very
Yeah, but
uncertain with
for me, this is a
market.
bullish signal. If you're a good trader, have all this USDC to buy
I
here,
totally agree,
like
bro. I agree this is
yeah,
a bullish signal, but I fear that I just have fears, bro. Like, yeah, it's kind of hilarious, man. Like, I agree. Like, in hindsight, if I was to look at this chart and say we were at like 120K, I'd be like, bro, I should have bought here. But like, sometimes you just get those bad thoughts and I mean, let's be real. Like, we like yesterday we had this meeting between Trump and Zelensky, right? About the war in Ukraine, and that didn't really end very well, right? And things like those and the fact that Europe, I know I've mentioned this previously, right? The fact that Europe is kind of gearing up for like some type of world war or something really just shows that really just shows that there is a risk. There is a potential for prices to kind of nuke. Like, we're talking like crypto kind of nuke, right? Not crypto, I mean COVID kind of nuke. Like some crazy news going on where we may take like a 15 or 20% dip in no time. Yeah, I just want to. I mean, I do have enough soul, to be honest, for me to be like uh I think I have enough soul for me to be fine with if we just continue to pump. Um, Obviously, I would like to buy even more soul if we were to pump here, because it's a lot. If Bitcoin, goes back to this range here, right? Solana is easily going to pump back to 200 easily, right? And that's like a 50%, approximately 15%, not 15, but 50% increase in profits, right? Which is a very good trade. Um, but there's also the risk that Bitcoin just suddenly decides to nuke because of macro news, macro events. So I guess, yeah, like. Are there anyone else that has any thoughts on on what could happen? Although we are in very uncertain conditions.
I think we covered that. So let's move on to G elements.
Cool, perfect. Let's do that. So that's enough for markets. So conclusion: uncertainty. Just bad stuff going on in the world. But there's a potential that we may just nuke. I mean, we still have like good crypto narratives going on, catalysts.
1 second. 1 second. Someone wants to talk. Sure.
So,
Oh, okay, cool.
just the Bitcoin chart when you had it up. I've got a random just question idea for you. you were saying more like global war scale kind of worries.
Yeah.
But I had just a vague random idea. You know how we're hearing like, oh, this person's like this group's accumulating and these people are forming a Bitcoin reserve, and all
Mm.
that news is coming out at like the 100K, the 90K.
Mm.
When realistically, when you look at the chart, you're like, that's quite high to start accumulating. Realistically, I was wondering though, what do you think the chances are they want to buy it as high as possible? Because it's really for those kind of hedge funds, it's really like a, let's say they know it's going to 64K. It's like really a great tax write-off for them when they know in the long term their expectation is it'll be over 100K again. Do you reckon that's why you would see a large accumulation at such a high price, but you still see the price dropping?
Yeah,
Could a firm just use it as a tax write-off?
it could be. But you know, if like even if that was the case, you know,
It's a
it
multi-billion-dollar tax write-off,
yeah, it would frankly just be
covering all
some.
their other profits.
Yeah, yeah, even if that was the case, it would frankly just be, you know, some type of conspiracy, because
Okay.
we don't have, like, you know, I mean, it could be the case. I'm not gonna deny it, but I can't really, you know, say it's true either.
Oh yeah, of course. I just thought, is that possible? Because it was just a new idea that popped in my head. That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so you're saying that the market is gonna be manipulated
yeah, manipulate.
downside?
Yeah,
Yeah, for a short term, and then you know, bounce back. And it's like everyone feels like this is a shakeout, especially with all the for Solana as well, with the ETFs on the way. It's
mm,
like a pre-ETF shakeout, is what it feels like, doesn't
mm,
it?
it does. To
Yeah,
be honest,
Or is it
usually
just a
usually
natural correction?
the same thing happened with Bitcoin when they launched the ETF, like Bitcoin dumped.
yeah,
Everyone was like trying to buy
That's
Bitcoin
true.
because it was gonna pump, but Bitcoin actually dumped
Yeah,
before.
mm,
that
yeah.
is very true. Yeah.
I think like, especially for like, if you're very bullish on Solana, which all of us should be, right? I think a you know, a very smart strategy would be simply to DCA right now. I mean, prices could go lower like short term, but you're not gonna you're not gonna lose that much if you frankly just start DCAing right now.
Mm.
In any case, like, considering the ETF previous all-time high, um, the bullish metrics that there are on Solana, you know, the massive volume, great products on Solana, like 140 on a grand scheme is just cheap, okay? So, and that's kind of like the strategy that I'm doing, right? I have a small DTA on Solana. I'm also like, I'm doing it in a different way than using the Jupe. I just buy Solana, you know, every day. That's what I've been doing recently, and I'll continue to do that. But I do, but I do that with the fact in mind that Solana could go down to like 120, even 100
Mm.
if we see
Yeah.
like very bad stuff going on, right? But hopefully it doesn't do that. Hopefully
You
this,
know, in this market, a VA is actually quite powerful. The volume average tool on Jupiter.
yeah, I
It
agree.
essentially buys more cheaper and less higher up. If
Yeah,
you're not willing to buy more higher up, you know, that's quite good, better than a DCA.
absolutely.
So
I
you
mean,
don't have to watch it as closely.
yeah, I mean that may, yeah, I've used value average like a few times before. But the thing is, you know, I'm going with size, and when you have size, like, I think it pays like
Okay.
1.1% in fee, right, or something.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and to be honest,
So
man,
you just do manual mode and then dodge all the fees and get the best price, which makes sense. If you're going to buy, why not do that?
exactly. That's kind of what I do.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
All right, cool. So we're gonna go straight into deal memming and, you know, looking at the LP markets. Right. So
Thanks for answering the question.
no problem, Fair Squirt, and I appreciate your engagement. Okay, guys. So, um, any more questions? Okay, cool. So we're gonna take a look at the market now. I'm on Lucas Studio right now. Probably one of the best and solid tools to, you know, find good opportunities to deal mem. So, um, recently looks like, okay, Forecoin has been dumping like quite a lot actually. Thank you for sharing the tool, Magica. The tool is in the LP chat section, in the LP chat channel, in the Discord. If you're watching on X or YouTube, and yeah, so frankly, it looks like we have a lot of volume on majors, right? For coin, Solana, um, Grass. We have Tolly. Like it kind of hurts me, man, that we have to LP Tolly today as well, man. Like I did a position on Tolly last session, and I did a bit of fees on it, but I did close it as well. And I didn't really keep it on for several days because so I think Solana was at like 140 back then, 138 or something, and 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 I and I just decided to liquidate my Solana and wait for like this uncertain kind of wave to get over, right? And I did that, and then I actually bought Solana yesterday when it went to 127, which was a good short-term trade. I'm still on Mert. Yeah, Mert is basically just a Tolly with leverage, like a leveraged Tolly type of coin. Very Squared is writing. Any more questions? A guy with Terminator PFP instant haunting murmuring sounds from the future. The bots are onto us. It's Skynet. I hope I narrated that the way it should be narrated. I'm not even sure if I did that, but hopefully it didn't sound too like weird. I think that was just a joke from Ferris Word, but yeah.
I think we should look to the top 5 pairs, see what's like looking better. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Farticoin is getting a lot of volume, so I think you can start with that.
To be fair, man, like I don't know why Forecoin is getting 120, 162 in the 80 business pool when they have like there is a on Forecoin. I know there's a oh they just yeah okay on Forecoin. I know there's a 0.2 business pool. This should make even more volume for some reason. I'm not sure if it's even on here.
Aí, ó, tem stand ou representante e pedir galera de mercado.
Thank you for muting. So, wait, let me see. Okay, the Forecoin pool, 0.20 pool is not even in here. That could be because there's no liquidity in it. Let me see. I mean, the 80% pool has a lot of liquidity in it. Let me see if it's Sol or if it's Forecoin. Yeah, it's primarily Forecoin. But what's going on with the 20% pool? For some reason, I mean, I have no idea why the 20% pool. I could check the pools on Photon and see how much volume they're doing. Okay, so this was the 80% pool. This was the 20%. Okay, the 20% pool is actually making more volume, but for some reason it's showing as if on Lucas Studio it shows 162k, which is wrong. Yeah, that's probably just a bug. Yeah. Anyways, I think Forecoin could be a play, to be honest. Um, yeah, I kind of want to play something else than Forecoin because Forecoin is just a coin, bro. That like in case we have a big dump, Forecoin could literally just wipe out like 40% of its FTV, which is quite risky if you go into a 20 binster pool. But probably not, to be honest, because we need to remember that these coins are paired with Solana, right? I mean, this pair here is Forecoin against Solana. Now, if Solana dumped a lot, Forecoin is gonna dump a lot as well, right? It might dump even like more than Solana percentage-wise, but it's not against USDC, which means that you could possibly still stay in range if you have a if you have a even a 20 pin step position, because they are correlated, right? So there's not, so the IL is going to be less. So maybe I,
But look at look at the charts, Fartcoin charts. Like, go back.
yeah. I mean, they have like they do have some support here, like against Solana. Now, if you go to USDC, this looks quite bad. Like this coin looks just bad on you, like against USDC. But against Sol, there's some support at 17. But we need to remember that this chart here is in a very hard, like high time frame for in terms of meme coin, right? Most of us, especially if we deal with meme coins, we're like only used to like 5 minutes charts. This is a 4-hour chart, so if I was to make a position all the way down to 17, this could like take days to play out. Let me see. But it's making pretty solid volume. Wait, this is the radium pool, okay? But let me see the 20 pin pool. The 20 pin step pool, how much liquidity is there in here? Okay, so the 20 pin step pool has basically made like, okay, so there isn't really much liquidity around these pins, right? But yet the pool has made like 47k volume, which means that the price has probably gone through like these bins here a few times over the past hour, and that's pretty fine for a 20 pin step pool. To be fair. So what are you guys' thoughts on Forecoin? I mean, what I'm talking about is actually quite technical, guys. So I mean, I'm sorry if you guys don't understand what I'm saying, but please just ask if you don't understand. You can unmute yourselves or ask in the chat section. Otherwise, if you do understand what I'm saying, what do you guys think about me being considering making a position on Forecoin?
I think you're saying, is there enough resistance on the chart for you to survive for X amount of time? Normally, when you're trying to make a position, you want a time frame in mind. Like, am I doing this for a day, half an hour, or a week?
True. Correct. Yeah. Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
And the issue is that if I was to go all the way down to 70, right? That could potentially be a position I should have open, for days, maybe even weeks, right? Because we can see price has ranged in this level, right? From 17 up to
Yeah.
22 for like how long? A few weeks now, right? Since 17th of February.
I guess
That's like 2 weeks.
if it's gonna dump down to there 1.7, how long do you want to open for? Are you going to wait 2 weeks for it to bounce back up? But the main question is like, is it going to revisit this price? If it does drop, what are the chances it never revisits this price again?
Correct.
Is that high or low?
Yeah.
And I guess with how much upside it's had and the amount of people that are down on it, there's a good chance it would recover above this line. Because who's in profit right now at this price? Like, who's
Absolutely.
even left to sell, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone's would be selling at a loss.
People that bought
So
here.
you're kind of safe in that regard.
Yeah. I mean, you're right, bro. But the issue is that people have said this like about all the major meme coins. If you look at Frog, like I'm sure that many of you guys know Frog, right? Frog has had a similar issue with its chart. Like it literally went down like 95%, and people have constantly been like questioning themselves, how is the price going down? How?
Yeah.
And they're using
What's the RSI on it? I know you shouldn't add those to meme coins, but I'm just curious.
on Frog or what?
The stochastic. Just
On like, do you want to see on Frog or
just an indicator. Just the on Fartcoin.
on Forecoin? Okay.
The stochastic RSI.
Oh,
The bottom
these.
one.
Okay.
Stochastic. It's just a bit more whatever you call it, reactive. So that's like you'd use the stochastic on a short-term play.
Okay, interesting.
Well, it's kind of saying it's oversold, which is, I mean, if you were trying to look for a little bit of confidence, if you had a theory like, is it oversold or isn't it? At least now you can
Yeah, but
Technically,
even
based
a
on
very
that
solid
indicator.
coin can need volume. So they can go there, but you don't know if you have volume to
Yeah.
go back up, you know, like because it's already too low.
I mean, the issue is that
Yeah.
the issue is that this coin here relies on macro. And that's why I always make sure to look at macro conditions. And now that there is a lot of uncertainty going on with Bitcoin, and world stuff, I mean, it means that
Volume
people
looks dead on it, actually.
what
No, volume looks dead on Filecoin. I was
exactly
just
like
looking at your volume chart down there.
people are uncertain, but now if Solana decided to go on a rip, like it would pump back up again. We can see it here. Like yesterday, Solana had a pump to
Mm.
to 150, right? Let's just be
Something
so
like that, yeah.
yeah, right. So 150, and that, I mean, right now I'm looking against Solana, right? I should probably look against USDT.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
yesterday, right?
I
It
see what you
pumped,
mean. That's a bit more grim.
yeah, it pumped to like that's like 305 million market cap, right? Just because of the Solana pump, and this coin here follows, and it's very very correlated to Solana, which means that ultimately, if I was to make any decisions or forecasts on this coin here, it should rely on Solana forecasts, like whether if I believe Solana is
Yep.
going to pump or not, because
Absolutely, I agree with that, yeah.
yeah, I guess, but I guess
There's no underlying fundamental driving Filecoin other than it's in the same marketplace as Sol, which is bullish.
I
And it's
don't think
bullish.
so, to be honest. I frankly just think it's a I mean, it's one of the biggest meme coins on Solana. That itself is quite is a quite strong um thing to be, right. I know Popcat. I mean, Popcat is probably an even more solid meme coin to LP than Filecoin because it's listed on Coinbase and it's been alive for like way longer than Filecoin.
Mm.
So this coin here is, I mean, if you were to believe that any coin would go back up again, this one would probably it's probably more likely to do that. It's had like several 90% retracement. We can actually take a look at it. Okay, that was just a 70%.
Yeah, I was shorting it at $1.86 and it got knocked out and I just didn't reopen at $2, but it would have been a gold mine
Yeah, it's because I'm
shorting
looking.
at $2.
Yeah, I'm looking at I'm looking against Solana. That's why it was only showing 60%.
It's pretty wrecked.
Yeah, so that was like the first minus 70% dump it had. And it retraced that fully retraced. This was another minus 70%. And it had one here as well, from like $1 down to 34. No, it actually wicked down to
Oh,
22. Yeah, this was like a huge dump on Pocket, right? But it still retraced it fully and even pumped even 2x above all-time high, above previous all-time high. So this coin here is probably but the issue is that this coin is making that much volume either. And it's also much
Yeah,
more liquid.
meme coins are suffering a lot
Yeah,
this
it's also
couple of days.
it's also more liquid because it's listed on Coinbase. On Meteor it isn't that liquid. There's not much liquidity on it. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll be LPing for coin. I'm gonna make a position on it. Just I'm gonna make a short-term position on it. Actually, I'm not gonna go down to 70 because I don't think there's a reason to do that. To be fair, like if it was, because remember, like right now I'm LPing it against Solana. These coins are very correlated, right? So
you're much safer doing that, yeah.
yeah, exactly, right.
You're gonna lose the money anyway on Sol, put it that way.
You're right, bro. I mean, that's probably the best hedge. I mean, the issue is, bro, there's no volume right now. There's no volume, so you can't even hedge yourself by LPing into solid meme coins because there's literally no volume. You won't make any fees on it, which
Yeah,
is
no
quite
one's
annoying.
trading it.
And
I think I think the max fee opportunity is not showing correct data from Filecoin because if you look at the Meteora, it's like
Yeah, exactly.
way lower.
Yeah,
Check bird eye.
it's bugging. Yeah, this is a bug for sure. There's no doubt about that. I think what I could do would be to probably use this level here, 18.6, and then I'm gonna go. So that means I'm going a lot tighter, a lot tighter. And also, on a shorter time frame, right? And this could, very reasonably happen without Solana, nuking to 100, right? Or 120. Now, if Solana went to 120, like this coin could easily, revisit this line here, which means that I need to be very careful about that, right? I need to be careful about Fourcoin potential. I mean, not Fourcoin, but Solana and Bitcoin, potentially nuking. I frankly think this level is a quite strong, could be a quite strong level if we are expecting this to be like some type of channel before a breakout up to like previous areas, previous resistance levels, like this one and even up here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a position on Fourcoin, go down to 18.5, and I'm gonna put 50 SOL in a bid ask, and I'm gonna put 10 SOL in a spot on top of it. Maybe 50 SOL. Yeah, 50 SOL should be fine. So I'm 65
Is that
SOL.
spot? Oh yeah.
Yeah, that spot. So I put 65 SOL spot and 50 SOL bid ask. Now I'm likely gonna revisit this position a few times today. Like if it isn't performing, if markets, if market is doing any volume, if Solana looks weak, continues to look weak, Bitcoin looks weak, there's some bad news, I'm likely just gonna close it and try to mitigate any risks by potentially even converting my Solana to USDT or something. But I think like for now I'm just gonna keep it open. But I'm definitely gonna be looking at overall markets to determine whether if I should close this position or not. So let's take a look at other coins. There's totally guys, like if you have any coins that you want me to take a look at, and like any meme coins that just launched, good volume, if you see anything, I could definitely LP that or take a look at it, potentially LP it. I think Tolly, to be honest, man, Tolly has been beautiful, guys. Tolly has literally been arranging. I mean, just take a look at this, okay?
Yeah, that's good.
That's literally what you want, right? You want this. It's been doing this for like a week, I think, or something.
Mm. You would have had a panic there at the bottom though, a couple of times.
I mean, it depends. It kind of depends on where my bottom would be. I could
That's
potentially.
pretty wrecked.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna make a
This
one-sided
is
position. What?
those who take a two-sided position here could be good.
No.
No, because
I think, to be honest, bro, I think this is. I mean, it depends on if you're bullish on this coin. Like, I know totally. I mean, remember, guys, it's 6 million, right? And it's $60 for one token. I think these tokens are being used to talk with Totally, but I don't think it's worth more than a market cap of 6 million. And the volume is very horrible as well. So how you're gonna make money on this is gonna be on utilizing. I mean, I think the way you can actually make money on this, although like fees are very not fees, but volume are very low, is that you can go on a high fee pool and kind of LP the price action, because if we look at the price action, it's very solid, right? Like okay, like it kind of just goes down and it goes up back up again, right? That's kind of how it's been, performing. Like we had one dip, back up again, one dip, back up again. A bigger dip, But this dip was kind of explanatory because Solana went to like 127, and we had to pump back up again, right? So it seems like that the price action here is actually quite solid if you want to make money, although volume is very low. But you can, if you had a position in a 5% pool, right, you would make a lot of fees on the price action. You would make 5% every time someone would swap with your liquidity. So frankly, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna yeah, I'm just gonna open a position from 43 down to 25. Someone already has okay, but this guy's like there's no liquidity at all. We're talking like cents.
So effectively, you're saying you use this, you'll get your fees on the way down. You might exit at the bottom and then just do a regular trade on it, sort of a
Exactly,
thing.
exactly, right? So
Or flip it,
yeah,
flip your bid ask to
exactly.
to curve.
Yeah, that's kind of the
Okay.
strategy, and that's one way you can utilize market conditions. Although we are in a very low volume, period, right? Because although like this coin and pair has like no volume, right? 24 hours, 200K, that's nothing, for a 6 million coin, and that's in and by itself, like that's quite bearish, right? But although it has such a low volume, it's trading quite predictably, right? Like this price action is very predictive, which is solid if you want to do what I'm trying to do here, right? Which is just to trade it all the way down to this bottom here and then flip it back up again. And that itself could be a very solid trade if it obviously goes back up again, right? But even if it went all the way down to my bottom, I could potentially, go break even due to the high fee percentage that this pool has, right? And that's one way that I'm mitigating risks here. Although like the volume is low, you can just choose a higher base fee pool and mitigate the low volume aspect of it by doing that. Frankly, you're right, Kangda. We need another Trump. We need another Trump coin. We need like millions of volume in minutes, in seconds. Market is dry, like Sahara Desert. Yeah, correct. So this is kind of how like I'm gonna play this coin here. So someone is writing. I'm gonna take a look at a few questions and comments in the chat section. Someone's writing. I'm trying to get prepared for a Dude. So Dude is a coin that will be launched by Doodles. When it launches, what strategy would you suggest for a newly anticipated launch? To be honest, bro, I think this coin might underperform if we don't have some type of sentiment change in crypto. Like I doubt they're gonna launch before the sentiment changes, because otherwise it's not gonna perform that well, because everyone is feeling quite bearish. It's feeling quite low. There's no reason to launch. If you want a big launch and a very hype launch and a high volume launch, it would make sense to launch in current market conditions. So it's quite. So the first bearish. The first thing I would make sure to look for is that if they launch and the market is weak, is slow, don't LP. There's no reason to LP because you're likely just going to lose money. If it launches and we see some bullish price action again. Okay. So you're writing. I'm assuming market bounces before launch. Okay. So if that's the case, you can definitely LP that. I'm gonna LP it as well. In that scenario, and the way I'm gonna do it is and will depend on where it launches. If it launches at like a high FTV, so if it launches at like 3 billion, I'm gonna play a bit more conservatively, right? But if it launches like Libra and Trump and Melania, I'm gonna play a lot more aggressive. What I mean by that is that if it launches from like Libra, Melania, Trump, from like 0 all the way up to like billions, I'm likely gonna buy it and I'm gonna make curve positions on it. Okay, so I'm gonna make few bins. So basically gonna look like this, right? A few pins in a curve and use a 5% and 80% pool. This pool here is perfect for launches like Melania, Trump, to make a lot of gains in fees. But if it launches at a high fair value gap, not a fair value gap, but a fairly distributed valuation, I think that's what FTV stands for. If it launches at a high FTV, I'm just gonna go. It depends on on where it launches specifically, but if it's at like 5 billion, I'm likely just gonna go a one-sided bid ask. Because in that case I wouldn't be interested in buying it. We need mini triumphs. I'll say another Trump would destroy us, in my opinion. I mean, to be honest, yeah. I mean, another Trump would be great for liquidity providers and traders, but for like the market overall, you're probably right. Like long term wise, it probably wouldn't be that good. Okay, someone is suggesting me to look at Doge AI. I'm gonna do that. Okay, so this coin here, like trading quite solid. Okay, so this coin is actually making quite a lot of. I mean, that's like quite a lot of volume, nowadays for a 40 million coin, to be honest. But yeah, it's definitely not doing like little volume. This is probably one of the coins out there that are performing pretty well. But I know this coin is based on like Elon and stuff like that. It pumps. I know it had like a pump the other day because Elon mentioned Doge AI, I think, or something. Quite funny. But this also makes it more risky because this coin is very like sensitive to news and announcement.
Yeah,
So
news related.
yeah, and that's very bad if you're not very active. Like if you're making a position that's like say you sleep, right, and you make a position on it, you're just out and you're not looking at markets. It can be very risky because some news could happen which could take this coin like minus 50% or something. Maybe even more. If it's bad news. I could potentially make a position on this one, but I mean, I guess I'm just kind of yeah. I just feel like the market looks very bad right now.
Let's look at the Jupe trenches, see if we can find like a good low cap to find, because right now this is the best place to find coins in Solana right now.
Yeah, that's true, man. Like Jupiter Trust is quite solid. Like so do you use the 5 minutes or 1 hour?
I prefer 6 to 1 hour because I'm not really being like nothing that has less than 6 hours because most of works.
Yeah, I agree, Ferris Squirt. Like I think Doja is also quite risky right now. Like I think there's no reason to LP it right now. You could make like a position covering other prices than current prices. Like say you want to LP right now, you can just make a position from like 21 down to like 11 or something, right? But even then, I don't think it wouldn't. Like I think I can use my liquidity more efficiently because I would have to wait for price to actually get into my position, which isn't that efficient, capital efficient. So what did you say, Magica?
Nothing. Let's look if
Okay.
we find something that's
Okay, cool.
good score.
But they really need to add like ways to
Filter, right?
What?
Yes, filters.
Yeah,
I thought
filter.
the same. Like they need filters here.
Yeah, bro. I need the volume. I need some filter to like to give me the highest volume coin. But for some reason, the highest volume coin is already on top. I don't know why. Anyways, so Wizard, we can take a look at that one. 200k market cap, not too high, so very risky. But let's see. Okay, guys, this coin here has had four I mean, that's a very nice tool. You can. I know that other tools have a similar function, but you can actually see the previous Twitter handles for a Twitter account. This coin here has had 4 handles previously. Wizard on Soul.
Run.
Okay, so this is the most recent one. They had Society of Change, Unemployed PhD, Lucy Global Kind. I mean, yeah, quite weird handles. I don't know why, but yeah. I mean, it's doing quite good volume. I don't know. Let's take a look at the 5-minute chart. Yeah, so basically, there's no support, man. It's like if it goes below this price here, it's on a free fall, which is quite risky. I don't know if there are any position, maybe pools for it either. Like maybe there are no pools for it. Let me see. Oh, there is actually pools. Yeah, maybe I can LP this one with like 10 soul or something. I think what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna make a position from 10 down to 5.9. So I'm gonna go extremely low, okay? I mean, nah, maybe that's even like too extreme. I don't know. Let's actually take a look at the Twitter profile and see if there's any reason for me to actually buy this coin here. Things that make Wizard the most underrated play ATM. Dex paid, owner on board, in TikTok bio, 1 million followers, 35 million likes, Instagram story, specific content being made as we speak. This is the Wizard you were waiting for. I'll put my kidney into Wizard. That's not a good idea, guys. That's not a good idea. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Please
I'm
don't run.
yeah, I don't know, guys. Let me look at the holders. I mean, this is probably bundled. Let me see. So this was some type of dip. I mean, no way. Yeah, I mean, this was like a very early buy. So probably someone that knows the dip. Let me see. This guy looks like a genuine buyer. So okay, that's a bundled wallet as well because it didn't trade through this pool here, so it's probably received the coins from another. We can actually see that. I mean, either it has traded on another pool. Okay, so this is actually a. Oh, this is the deal mempool. Okay, cool. Maybe Photon should actually display wallets that are deal mempools. That'd probably be a good idea. Check bubble maps, new partnership feature. But what's that? Let's take a look at bubble maps. Next to holders.
They say
Oh,
that on
oh,
photo.
this one. Okay, cool. That's what you mean. Yeah. I mean, the issue is that yeah. So I mean, the issue is actually that I think for some reason the bubble maps on Photon is not the same as the real bubble maps. Actually, that's kind of my experience previously, and yeah, and that's why I went to bubble maps. Let me see if it actually is the same. I'm not even sure, but from my experience, yeah, you can see, right? We actually have some connections here, but not too much. I mean, this looks very normal, to be honest. But the thing is, nowadays you can actually bundle coins like in a very smart and efficient manner, which would kind of disable bubble maps from being able to uh, figure out whether if this coin is actually bundled or not. I mean, for example, this guy here, like this guy bought 1 soul. I mean, at like I mean, this was like pre-migration, right? I mean, this guy's definitely most likely either he was like, yeah, we can see. Just look at how suspicious this looks like. It launched and then it just traded back and forth for like a few hours and then it just pumped for some reason. Yeah, it looks too well distributed. I think this, frankly, just has been bundled through like 60 wallets or something. Yeah, or this is actually just a random guy that bought the coin at 20k market cap and was like, "Yo guys, I'm gonna ape it with one soul," and now he's up like a few Ks, which is a good trade. But this price action also looks quite bad. Like this coin, it traded between like, what is this market cap? So this is like yeah, 14k to like 28k, and it's been trading within this range for like hours and then just pumped. This kind of price action is also quite suspicious.
Let's move on, move on, let's move on.
Yeah, move on. Yeah, bro, correct. Yeah, there's no support, bro. Like it's just free fall. I mean, we have like a Burj Khalifa, bro. If it breaks the support, man, we're gonna have like a big and beautiful Burj Khalifa. Let's move on. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Buying back my kidney from the loan sharks. Yeah, it's not this one, man. Save the kidney for another coin. Okay, we have Wagme. So Wagme is a 21-hour coin. Looks quite organic, so that's also a good signal. But chart looks good as well. I mean, this is a beautiful chart, to be honest. And the chart looks very organic as well. So let's take a look. I mean, there are too many transactions for the volume, which could be. This could indicate that they have like transaction bots going on. Okay, wait. So as we can see, guys, right? So the past 6 hours, this coin here has had 850k volume and over 10,000 transactions. Now, this is quite suspicious, right? For a, like, in my eyes, this is quite suspicious because usually you'll have like more than, usually you'll have like maybe 2 million, 1 million on a approximately 1 million coin. If the coin has had over 10,000 transactions, right? Right. But now that the coin only had like 850k, 10,000 transactions, it could indicate that they have volume bots going on. And not volume bots, but I mean transaction bots. Transaction bots are just bots that make small transactions in a pool to try and make the numbers look good. Maybe 25 range to catch a bounce. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean I agree. Like that's probably a solid bottom. I think what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna do in position on this coin from 36 down to yeah, I'm gonna do 22 just in case, and I'm gonna go with 14 soul on this one. I'm always used to clicking home, but now that they updated the site, you can't really find pools in here. You'll have to actually click pools. Okay, guys. Now the question is, should I go with I'm gonna go with the 2% pool because the pin step is lower. Like I dislike 250 pin step pools, although you're going like minus 90%. And in my case, I'm only going like, how much? Minus 40%. So there's no reason to go with a 250 pin step pool. I'm gonna use the remaining of my soul. 35, 22. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do 13 soul bid ask and 1 soul spot. 1.5 soul spot. Yeah, home wage is very unga bunga. Tell that to the team, bro. Like, I kind of like the previous homepage, but I mean, this just looks too. It is more like a.
Yusuf, someone is asking that you should go a little bit slower. People, you're too experienced for the audience.
Oh, okay, cool, sure, no problem, bro. So, hey Jimmy, I'm gonna slow down and okay. So I'm gonna explain why I'm going with the 100% pool over the 2% pool. Okay. Um, over the I mean 250% pool. So the idea is that okay, I'm gonna mute him. So the idea is that there's a general rule you need to know of. Okay. Um, one being that the lower the bin step is, the higher the volume you'll make, but the higher the impairment loss could be. I.e., the more concentrated your liquidity will be. And that means if I want to go, I mean, we can actually check it out, okay? We can experiment with it. Look, if I go on a full position in the 250 bin step pool, I'll be able to cover all the way down to minus 80%. Now, if I do the same on the 100 bin step pool, I'm only going to be able to go down minus 50%. Can you see that, right? This means that the liquidity in this pool here is more concentrated over the other pool. And this is relevant when it comes to my range because I've chosen a pretty, concentrated range. Like this is not, a very wide range. This is pretty concentrated. So frankly, that's why I'm going with the 100 bin step pool over the 250 bin step pool because I want my liquidity to be more concentrated and make more volume, and so that I can make more fees, right? And HS Soray, yes, there will be a recording. All of this is being recorded on YouTube, Meteora YouTube channel, and Meteora X channel. Yes, and someone is asking, Zando. Yes, lol, I was going to ask the same. So he was going to ask the same about going a bit slower. Um, and yeah, I did 13 soul. Let me go back to my pool. This is my position. I made 13 soul and 1.5. Okay, so 13 soul bid ask and 1.5 spot. That's what I did. And frankly, guys, like if there's things you missed, just tell me and I can, repeat myself. And I can, also answer any questions if you have any questions, guys. Okay, so for coin, yeah,
The blue lines is the range he set up. Like he's waiting the price to go down to the range he set up. It's not the limit that the top. He thinks that the prices will be ranging on that level.
exactly right. I mean, it's not that I think it's more like it's two things. Okay, I want to play it safe. I don't like this is at an all-time high, right? Like for me, I don't want to risk my capital chasing a breakout because I don't think there's any reason for this coin to break out as it looks like right now, as it stands right now, right? Um, and that's why, and that's and that along with the fact that there seems to be a possible good range here that could be traded in. Um, is kind of the reason for why I decided to go within this range here. Like if this coin here is solid, right? What you could expect would be that we have some resistance here. Price maybe tries to break it, but fails, and then it goes back to this previous level here, this range here that involves a support level, as seen, and goes to range in this level here for some time, and then it goes back up again, right? That's kind of what you want if this coin here is legitimate. Sometimes you'll see coins that they just go go like that, right? Which is a risk that you need to take. But we can take a look at the holders. Let's take a look at the holders, see if there's anything suspicious going on. Not really. Yeah. This is also an old coin. Okay, so let's take a look at where that guy got his tokens from. Is it a Diamond pool or something? Okay, it's not. So this guy here actually got tokens sent over to him. Holy moly! He received 9 million coins from this wallet here. Let's see who this wallet is. Maybe it could be that he just bought it and decided to send tokens over to another wallet. Sometimes you see that, but let's take a look at where this guy got his tokens. So this guy received. Oh, he received it from the dev. I think that's the dev. Let's take a look. It's not the dev, but he received it from a token deployer. So someone that has created a bunch of tokens. But this guy has been sending out tokens, to many wallets. Maybe there's some. Let's do this, okay? Let's filter for all the. Okay, let me see if there are any questions. So with WalkMe, you enter from CryptBytes. Okay, so thankfully we have some awesome community members that are explaining and answering the questions. Kinda, I'm looking at WalkMe, but I'm right now I'm doing some analysis, backend analysis. Okay, that's the wallet. That's not the token address. I'm doing some analysis to figure out like how solid this coin here is. Okay, so guys, this guy's definitely a bundler. That's very, very obvious here. Okay, so basically he got like 15% of the supply. Let me see how much he got. Yeah, so he got. So how much is this? That's like 50 million, 62 million, and 100. So that's like 17% of the supply he got that yesterday. This wallet here, and from this wallet here, he's just been sending out supply to different wallets, which means that this coin is very risky, guys. So you need to be careful about that. Let's take a look at BubMap, see what it shows. It will probably show the same. Oh, let's take a look. Okay, so no, BubMap is not showing it. Let me see. Yeah, it's not really showing. It's not really showing the. Yeah, this for some reason. I don't know why.
And maybe this is a stream flow distribution. So like in any way,
It's a random
they
pool.
send the stock. There's random pool, right?
Yeah, I mean it's from a random authority, which means that it's not stream flow. I mean, we can because we can take a look at this. He basically sent 17% of the supply over to like many wallets and distributed, evenly. Let's take a look at this wallet, for example, right? And see if he sold anything. Okay, so he hasn't sold anything. Let's see if we can find the wallet. I need to write it up as a note. Hopefully I don't have anything. Wait, let me see. Cool. I'm gonna put the notepad over to my tab here so that you can see it. Can you see it, guys? You guys should be able to see it, yeah. Can you see it, guys?
No.
Oh, okay, weird. Yeah, I know why. It's because I mean, you should be able to see it on YouTube and X, but it's because in Discord I'm only streaming my window. So give me 1 second, guys.
Yeah, now I can see on.
Yeah, on YouTube you should be able to see it.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly, right? Anyways, it's just a notepad. I have the wallet up so that I can find it here if I see it. I mean, this wallet here holds 70% of the supply, right? 70 million or something. Yeah, guys, can you see like all these wallets here got the tokens from a from probably like the dev or someone who's connected with the dev.
So let's pause the position. You cannot. Let's not put liquidity on this.
Yeah, bro, you're right. But this is interesting, guys. I mean, this is like some research. So frankly, this guy sent the tokens over to another wallet. Hilarious. And what happened with these? Okay, so this guy still holds the tokens. Okay, yeah, yeah. Anyways, there's some suspicious stuff going on with this coin, so be very cautious, guys. I'm just gonna close it. I think there's no reason for me to risk my capital here. So all right, cool. Let's see if there's some other coins, other good coins. Da, 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 da. Let me see if there's some good questions. I'm gonna check. Uh, okay, so we actually had some awesome questions on X as well, guys. I'll have to.
What's the reason to do a on-sided spot position?
Yeah, what's the reason to do a one-sided spot position? So so it depends, bro. Like if you've gone to the boot camps and like boot camps covered that topic, right? And that's kind of what I want to tell you, okay? Like stuff about strategies, um, you know, like different strategies you can choose here. If you don't understand that, then you should definitely attend the boot camp. If you've attended the boot camp, then and still don't understand this, uh, then you can obviously just watch the previous boot camps, right? And try to see if you can um, find the specific times in the live streams, because boot camps are being live streamed, right? See if you can find the specific areas where they cover volatility strategies. But basically, I can cover it slowly. That is spot concentrates your liquidity evenly, so it's gonna look like this. It's gonna look like a bunch of even and straight. So the slope is gonna be constant. With curve, it's gonna be you're basically gonna if you know a bid ask is basically a position where you DCA where you add to your DCA amount as price goes down, right? This is kind of value average, as Ferry Squirt and I spoke about to begin with. This is some type of a value average type of way to or strategy, which is very awesome and efficient if you think a coin is going to be very volatile in its price action. Curve is the opposite. You don't want volatility on, like if you make a curve position, because otherwise you're going to lose out a lot on impermanent loss. And spot is just a mix between curve and bid ask. Okay, so bid ask low impermanent loss, spot middle impermanent loss, curve high impermanent loss.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know my mic was on.
No problem, no problem. So frankly, like bid ask, maybe I can give you like a few good rules. Okay. Um, yeah. So bid ask, you should do bid ask if you expect volatility, high volatility. You should do spot if you expect middle volatility, whatever that means. I mean, you need to like come to a conclusion of what volatility means to you, because volatility like it's different, it's dynamic. Every coin is volatile in its own way, right? Spot is volatile in a like a in a mid level, if you can call it that, and curve is just if you do not if the coin is not volatile at all, then you can do curve.
Okay, that's nice. Let's do.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take a look at some other questions. Okay, someone is so we actually had some questions on X, which I unfortunately didn't I haven't answered. Okay, so someone is telling me to take a look at Ye. I don't even know what coin Ye is, to be honest, because there's like I don't. It's probably not this coin here. I mean, you'd have to send the CA for that, because I can't really find the correct.
He said, but I usually don't like Ye coins. Like most of like
Yeah, correct.
straight up
True.
coins. Yes.
Yeah, correct, guys. I mean, yeah, guys. Be cautious. Anytime, Hayes. Thank you for asking a question on X. I appreciate that. So, what do you think of the markets, Yusuf? Been a ride. Thank you, Gozi, for the question, and I totally agree with you, man. Like we did cover it in the beginning. and we came to the conclusion that right now we are at a very uncertain time. You can still trade it though. Like I traded Solana. I've traded Solana over the past few days, and I've made good profit on that. But like in terms of long-term holds, it's quite uncertain right now. I think we should wait a bit before we can come to any solid conclusions as to whether if Bitcoin is going to revisit previous highs or not. I'm still bullish long-term wise, but short-term wise, I'm quite uncertain. But I'm still trading stuff for sure. Okay,
Yusuf, can you make a disclaimer? Just explaining again the session and everything.
for sure. Okay, guys. Sure. So LP Alpha. Um, if any of you guys are new to LP Alpha, don't know how what the values are, what the pillars are to LP Alpha, then I'm gonna go through those very quickly. Okay. LP Alpha is meant to be like an interactive discussion and session amongst the community. Okay. So it's not me or Magica or anyone else, who's the purpose of it. The purpose of it is the whole community together, right? And that also means we are expecting and also appreciating whenever you guys are engaging, interacting with us. Either that could be through unmuting yourself in this channel here, just talking with me, asking questions with your voice, or frankly just writing questions in either in the LP chat Discord channel or on X or even YouTube, because I'm following. I'm for the most part I'm following all questions. So yeah. Someone is sharing a CA YAR. I'm gonna take a look at it, see what it is. Okay, Bank of Easy. Oh man, guys, don't do this. Just look at the. Okay, so yeah, so this is probably a launch. I don't know how true that is, but it looks like a launch because this is probably this is a mature pool where this is a token account. Okay, so token account. So someone holds or has access to 70% of the supply. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what it is, to be honest. I have no idea about what it is, and be cautious, guys. I wouldn't LP this at all or put money into it in any case. So Kitty Mini is coming up with a very good question. There's no volume. There's been no volume the past 2 weeks. How can we farm and find low volume, higher earned coins? So essentially, it's a very good concern you're bringing up because the markets are looking quite weak, and we know that, right? The market is uncertain. That leads to less volume in this space. Okay, but what you can do is that you can actually try to trade price action. Okay, so instead of relying on volume, you can rely on price action. One way that I present. Oh, guys, but where's Solana at right now? Okay, it's not even low, but Forecoin is just dumping for some reason. Anyways, cool. So what I went through before, in terms of this idea about trading or LPing price action rather than volume, is that if we take a look at Tolly, for instance, right? Tolly has been trading has been ranging very beautifully, right? I can draw a box. I mean, if we take a look at this range here, right? It's been ranging quite beautifully for the past. This covers like a week. It's been trading quite beautifully for the past week or so. Going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, right? And that's kind of the price action you want, or where you can trade, right? Now, in my case, what I'm gonna do here, although it's not making that much volume, it's only making 200k volume a day, or that's what it has done the past day. What you can do is, frankly, you can just LP it in a way where you would be buying the coins, maybe in a bid ask. That's what I'm doing personally. bid asking it all the way from current price down to this lower level here, lower limit. And then once price goes down to your lower limit, you can frankly just flip it, right? So what you want is that you want price to range, right? As liquidity providers, you can also make money, when price ranges, and that's one of the things that many people don't know of, because they only know of volume and fees and high you want high volume and all that, but you can also make money in coins that are ranging by trading them, right? Trading their price action. So frankly, what I have done is that I have we said we had this range here, right? So I opened a position from 43 down to 24. Okay, that's what I have done. Okay, now if the coin goes down to which I'm expecting, right? If the coin goes down to my bottom right, I'm literally just gonna flip it and make and use all my Tolly coins to sell them at a high price, right? So there are like two great benefits to this, right? That is, if you go on a 5% pool, because I'm in a 5% pool right now, I'm gonna earn a bunch of fees on top of coins. Okay, so I'm gonna earn. I'm both swapping my soul to Tolly, but I'm also making a lot of fees on top of it, right? Which is extra money, and which also mitigates my risks, because even if the coin goes down to this price here, right, and everything looks very bad, I'm probably still gonna be break even due to the fact that I'm in a 5% pool, um, right, which is awesome. Um, so if eventually when price goes down to these bids here, right, I'm just gonna close my position and make a new position, put all the Tolly in a bid ask or a spot even, and cover it all the way up to my starting price, or maybe a bit lower, right? And in that way, I've made a lot of money on fees, and I've made a lot of money on permanent loss. What do you mean by
Super spicy.
Volatility. They make money in volatility. That's it.
yeah? What do you mean by flip? So what I mean by flip is that I basically just
Наручниками закрывать и приковываешь.
So what I mean by volatility, flip, is that frankly okay, so you got it. Okay, cool, sure. All right, cool. So guys, to be honest, guys, I could actually yeah, maybe I should wait. Sorry, which bin step is this pool? It's the 80 bin step pool, 5% pool. Yeah, impermanent gains, guys. Yeah, literally Hashirama. Like, one thing I hate, man, is that the word impermanent loss, implies or has connotations related to losses. But you can make money on it, bro. You can make a lot of gains on it, which makes it sound weird, bro. Like, imagine saying, I made 2K on impermanent loss, or impermanent gains. Maybe you could just call it impermanent gains. Anyways, yeah, that's what I like to call it, at least. Yeah, I'm probably also gonna call it that, to be fair. But I think what I could do, guys, is that I'm actually gonna lower my amount a bit, maybe to like 50 soul. Then I could just keep the position opened. One issue I have, guys, is that I kind of hate to hold Solana in like when I'm uncertain of what price it's gonna do, right? It's kind of like the guy I am, right? Which means that sometimes I literally just I cannot do karma. Anyways, sometimes I literally just end up clothing them, although they may have performed pretty well if I had just waited, and that's because I don't want to take the loss in Solana, because usually there is a risk. Say that Solana dips a bit, right? Then there is a risk of it. Say I get the feeling of it potentially going down to like 120, right? Then I need to ask myself and be honest with myself, like, do I want to risk my 70 soul getting devalued because Solana is going to 120? But but still make fees and potentially make money on this position here, or do I want to frankly just keep the money in the position here and hopefully make more gains in fees and in permanent gains than the loss I experience, than the potential loss I would experience if Solana dumped to 120, right? That's the thing that I personally in these conditions have been, asking myself and really like trying to make sure I choose the correct strategy for a lot of for a very long time. Um, and that's why I kind of want to, make this thing here and just hold it actually for like a week or so and show you guys how it turns out. But do with less soul so that I don't get, so that I don't get the feeling of having, to close my position because Solana's gonna dump now, or something. I'm probably just gonna keep 35 soul or something. Just make it like kind of a could you call it a test? Show you guys a quite.
Hey, Joseph, I send a coin for you. You should look like it's a low cap, but it's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, I'm gonna take a look at it after. That's an expensive test. You're right, bro. It is quite an expensive test. I mean, yeah, exactly right. And that's why I need to make sure that I'm, but I still want to show you guys like one of the. I mean, I want to show you guys how you can make money, although like volume is low. That's kind of why I want to do this experiment here. We'll see how much soul I end up with. Maybe I'm gonna, remove a few more souls. We'll see. But we have a new coin here. As you guys sharing it. It's called Swift. Okay. So this coin here looks quite solid to be fair. Like it's been trading, ranging quite solidly. Let's take a look at what it is. Do you know what it is, Magica?
Just what I just because it's like a platform that shows like we'll be showing like if your wallet's or a trader or a creator, it's a good one. Like I don't know how they do it. It's not working yet,
Let me take
but
a look at my wallet, okay?
I think it's not working yet. Like this
Yeah.
is just like the showcase of the
Oh,
platform.
okay, I see. Yeah, it's
How
not working,
how
guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
social is like a social fi wallet tracker.
Yeah, I see. So, yeah, guys. So that's quite. I mean, right now it's not working, guys. So that's a risk you need to be willing to take. Um, because again, like if this coin here just, I mean, it could rock the next second, and this coin is gonna dump like to zero, right? Uh, yeah, I guess that's just. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of products that don't work. Wagme is a coin that is very decent that needs liquidity right now. Bro, pull necessity, man. I think you didn't see.
We just look
Yeah, bro.
at the Vlogame and
Yeah,
yeah,
bro. Like if you go to, I mean, we do these sessions are actually recorded stream, right? You can actually look at it if you go back like 20 minutes or something. But we did go through like we actually found out, that 70% of the supply has literally been distributed to many wallets, and and that's quite risky, right? So Raccoon wants some alpha. What to buy? Oh man, what to buy, bro? It's a good question. Right now we've made 2 positions on Toli and on Forkcoin. Oh guys,
Arts
holy
going
shit.
sprinting.
No, it's not, bro. What do you mean it's printing, bro? I'm definitely down on current loss. Definitely. I mean, yeah, this is literally what you don't want, man. Yeah, I'm not down too much. I'm down like 0.1 soul, not too much. But yeah, this is the kind of feeling I had in my stomach, to be honest, in my gut feeling, because the market is just so uncertain, bro. No volume. Where's Bitcoin at, Goizi? Could you tell me that?
84,700.
Yeah, I mean it's still ranging there, so not too bad.
Nothing has changed.
Yeah, so hot air rises, believe, bro. Let's take a look at the chart, man. I can't see any hot air that rises. I'm just joking. Don't take me serious, man. I'm just having fun. But yeah, I mean, I agree. I think Fortcoin is like a solid long-term coin, but it still doesn't remove the fact that we have uncertain conditions going on right now. So we need to be careful. What the hell has North Korea done with that 1.4 billion? I don't know, man. They probably swapped. I mean, look at Ethereum, bro. It's trading at like 2100. Quite bad. Yeah. We have a duck.
Yeah, we have a goose.
A goose, yeah.
back.
A goose. Okay, guys. I frankly think we might just. It's okay. We're going way back up. I agree, man. We still have like a few months left of the bull run. But yeah, guys. I think we should call it a day. You know, if any of you guys have any questions, last questions, we can answer them. Go through them.
Your mic is cutting a little bit, Yusuf.
Okay. Is it better now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I said that we may call it a day now. So frankly, like if you guys have any questions left, go ahead and ask them, and if not, well, then you should not ask them. What's the goose notice? I don't know. I have no idea about what. For some reason, when you make notifications on Discord now, they make it so sound. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know.
What do you think about LP in Juke or ARC at this volume? With this volume, Juke can be
Bro,
a good
I
pair
don't know.
to solve.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think the issue is, man, uncertain conditions. I mean, there's no volume right now. Even for Jupiter, like we can take a look at Bird Eye. Bird Eye aggregates all these pools, all the Jupiter pools, right? And let's be real with ourselves, okay? So the Jupiter volume past the on-chain. I mean, this is not, obviously Jupiter does volume on Binance and all that. This is just on-chain. Volume on-chain is quite low. If we're being like completely like honest and objective, right? For its market cap. Yeah, I feel like this is quite low. I think the issue is like Jupiter, all these major cap coins, they are going to rely on macro conditions, right? And right now we simply just have rough conditions going on, which plays a role in Jupiter, Bonk, Popcat, with all the bigger coins, Fortcoin. Thanks. Yeah, guys, I think we're just gonna call it a day. Thanks for the free alpha. No worries, CR, man. It's my pleasure. Thank you, guys. Are these sessions on every Saturday? Yes, they are on every Saturday and on every Tuesday. So, frankly, go to the announcement channel, scroll like 2 announcements up, and you'll see the official announcement. Thank you for clapping. Sir, one. That's cool, man. That's cool. Bro, hilarious.
The positive note is that the unlock didn't run. That was already price ending, guys.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
if that people or entities brought Solana thinking on a longer run, not jump once they got, you know?
Mm. Yeah, exactly.
Is the next step of the operation.
Guys, what's happening? What's going on? What the
Yes,
hell,
come
man?
on.
Okay,
It's
cool.
muted.
Anyways, I love the soundboard as well. Like for some reason you can make duck sounds and all that hilarious stuff. Anyways, I really appreciate you all. Really thanks. I mean, I really want to thank you all for tuning in. Whether if you've been in Discord, YouTube, X, whatever. I hope you learned something. Although we have some rough conditions, right? But hopefully I'll be able to show you like how you can make money with my totally position. Although we don't have a lot of volume, you should still be able to make some money on price action. But yeah, appreciate you all for tuning in. I'm gonna cut the stream now on Discord, and I'm gonna close the stream now on X